Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming. Grab yourself a couple, we're jumping back into Watcher Realms now. On the Forerunner, okay, so bear in mind this Forerunner, not the global update has just been released and dropped. This is coming tomorrow on the Forerunner, and we'll probably do a stream tomorrow morning, so we're going to have a look at some of this stuff. Now, we'll do a brief look over. So there's a rework for Falcia, there's a couple of buffs for various heroes, there's some fixes which we're going to have a look at, the gear buff as well, then there's a change to some ancient gear, and there's some other bits as well, but we're going to have a look at this sort of as we go through. Right, so here she is, she's getting a rework. This isn't a buff, this is an actual rework for her. So let's get me out the way. I need to be probably up here a little bit, and then let's flash up the buff here. So the first thing, she's becoming dual faction, so she's not only going to be a non, she's also going to be part of the Essensterans as well. So right, so here she is, here's the blurb on it as well, just below. So skills, the basic isn't being changed at all, so this is all max level. It says skill adjustments max level, so this is maxed out, deals 95% physical damage, 95% magic damage to one enemy, and that appears to be staying the same. We've then got her talent, so her talent at the moment performs basic attack 6 times, gains Demon Slaying stance, lasts for 10 seconds, additionally gains specialised attack speed, and will now, after 6 attacks, gains Demon Slaying for 12 seconds, so that's going to get an increase for 2 seconds, and she'll still have the specialised attack speed as well. Now the Demon Slaying stance does basic attack, deals an extra 160% true damage, and Shadow Slash will deal 260% true damage. That's getting a buff, so it's increasing attack by 25%. That's a boost on there as well, just a straight up boost. Attack deals an extra 200% true damage, so that's increased, and then the other 40% is on the Shadow Slash as well, which will go up to 300% true damage, and do that for 5 times, so that bit remains the same. So 25% increase on basic attack when she's in Demon Slaying stance by the looks of it. Bring up her ultimate, Shadow Slash. At the moment it deals 160 5 times and 160 magic damage 5 times. This is getting changed to 200% each time for 5 times, and if the target dies, she will then go on to someone else, continue on other enemies. So that's a small change, the damage increase, and there's a small change to the actual, she'll carry on afterwards. Then her first passive, Demon Slayer's Might, when the hero is in Demon Slaying stance, increases damage by 50% when the hero is shielded, increases damage by an extra 20%. This is the sort of more complete rework part of it. So attack deals extra damage equal to 20% of the shield strength. Okay, that's it. All the rest of it's going. So it's just that. Now that doesn't sound brilliant, but her second passive here is also going. Her second passive now is during Demon Slaying stance, each basic attack grants a shield equal to 15% of the attack for 7 seconds, stacking up to 80% attack. So it looks like she's going to self-put on a shield, so that Demon Slayer's Might will be able to use that shield strength. Okay, so we'll have a play test tomorrow. Like I say, when this goes live, we'll have a bit of a play test tomorrow, and we'll have a look to see how good this actually is. So there's a subtle change to her exclusive now. So this is what it reads at the moment. She increases crit damage by 30 to 45% depending on how it's ranged, and she's now going to increase single target damage by 20 to 30% depending on how high up you've got the artifact leveled. And then she will still extend Demon Slaying stance by 2 seconds, so we'll get another 2 seconds out of it then, and instantly gains Demon Slaying stance when Shadow Slash is activated as well. So we've still got those going on. Right, so that's her. She's having a complete rework. Yeah, so he's just had a change, or a bit of a rework, and I think they might have missed something off. So this is everything he normally gets, and right at the bottom here he gets a Pyro Blitz there. That's all the stuff that Pyro Blitz does, but now it will also be able to stun you as well. So Pyro Blitz gains stun, inflicts stun for 2 seconds, so that's what's going to change for him. He's getting that 2-second stun attached to him as well. Now Calypso's also getting a buff as well. She's also been this single target damage dealer, and she's also always felt a little bit underwhelming. So right, the buff is here to sort out firstly where talent not available, she's getting a talent. So that talent there, each seal stone grants 4% attack. Now remember, she can get up to 4 of them. Each time she does an ultimate, she gets one of them up and they do 20% damage. So their damage will actually be increased as well because it's 20% of her damage. So you're going to get 4 of them. That's a 16% increase on her attack, which seems quite nice as well. Now she's also got a passive as well. So her passive at the moment, Evil Power. After 9 attacks, the next attack deals extra damage, and each seal stone increases damage by 10%. But it's also, this is just an additional effect. This attack will also inflict 20% vulnerability to physical damage on the target for 7 seconds. It's on a 9-second cooldown, so if you're motoring through that fast enough, there'll only be 2 seconds where the target doesn't have that vulnerability up. So that's quite good as well. Now, just have a quick look at something. Ultimate, if we have a quick look at that, take that away, we'll have a look at her ultimate. Her ultimate is at 600. Now if you've got her awakened at the moment, that's what it reads at the moment. It's now awakened 1, added additional effect, so it would do this. Additionally, the initial raise would be 500, so she'd get one of those seal stones almost straight away as well, so that's good news. Nice little buff going on for her. Interesting to see how well she starts and if she starts getting playtime after this little buff for her. Now Titus was mentioned Dev Insights that he's getting a buff, so this is it. This is the buff he's getting. They're reducing his cost from 31 to 22. There you go. Doesn't get a lot of playtime anyway. Maybe this will make it a bit easier for people to actually pull him out when they're wanting a tank in the faction trials for him. So he's now been reduced cost from 31. It's quite a big decline in the cost down to 22, but I think it's much more reasonable for him. So there you go, that's the Titus buff. Right, the next buff that's coming into the game is for the Hell's Lament set. At the moment, this is what it does. When the ultimate is triggered, it increases damage by 30% and crit damage by 40%, lasting for 12 seconds. That's what it does at the moment. This is what we're now getting. So when the ultimate is triggered, it increases damage by 35% and crit damage by 50%, lasting for 12 seconds. So I think they've realised that the T3 sets are somewhat underwhelming. So that's getting a slight buff there. Whether they keep a track on it to see how it does, who knows? But there we go, that is the buff for Hell's Lament. Right, next update we're getting is the Cataclysm set. Always a bit weird when this one first came out. Upon landing a crit hit with a basic attack, increases the hero's damage by 9% for 5 seconds, stacking up 5 times, which gave us a 45% increase in damage, which is always a bit weird because it was sort of to be the next upgrade from Soulbound Arcana. And that gives us 50%, so it was always a bit odd that it did that, but it didn't require ultimate. So they've now changed that. On landing a crit hit with a basic attack, increases the hero's damage by 10% for 5 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So it's still only the same sort of as Soulbound Arcana, as long as you're hitting. It's not permanent, which is all a bit weird, but as long as you're attacking the same boss and you're doing enough basic attacks, then it goes straight on there. So, don't know. Take it as you will. So that is an improvement for it. He's getting a damage boost anyway, so that's a plus. There we go. Now a little while ago we had healing effects sort of removed from some of the ancient gear, and someone asked in the Dev Insights, could we get the same thing but sort of in reverse? So for the healing gear, could it not have crit rate and things? Now we've got an answer to that. Healing gear's primary attributes can now include attack percent, HP percent. That's brilliant. Additionally, the probability of crit rate and crit damage appearing as a secondary stat on ancient healing gear has been reduced. It's not been removed, it's just been reduced, so hopefully you'll see it a little less. Again, it doesn't say how much has been reduced by, so we'll have to watch and shoot on that and see how it goes, okay? But at least it's a step in the right direction. Hopefully we'll get some ancient gear that's not as bad as we'd like to think. Next one's to do with the shop, in particular this part of the shop. So at the moment, when I click on this is all I get is contains 1 set times exclusive gear. However, tomorrow apparently optimized display for exclusive gear information in the shop. You can now preview secondary attributes of the gear. So hopefully tomorrow when I click on this, we'll be able to see what it is. So that'll be quite nice as well. Right. This is the last bit, just underneath here, upgrading points, events, rewards and tiers, effective for points events starting on the 17th of April. So don't know what that means, don't know what it's going to be, don't know whether things like the Smith's event been extended. Maybe there's more tiers to it. Maybe events are going to be more pricey to do. So Corridor of Glory might get more expensive. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. But that is the update there. That's all it says. That's all we know. Right then, let's go through everything. 27th, yeah, UTC minus 8 hours. Okay, Falcia, we done her. Exclusive artifact, we've done her. Lord, Calypso, Titus. Yeah, there's got a couple of fixes as well. So Malvira, who fixed an issue where the trigger interval of a skill Oath of the Dam could sometimes be inaccurate, so that's been fixed apparently as well. Fixed an issue where inspiration stats could sometimes be incorrect when multiple heroes with inspiration are presented on the battlefield. I don't know what that means, but apparently it's been fixed. That's nice. The gear we've also done. That's Cataclysm, that's Hell's Lament, Ancient Healing Gear, and the others we've done. So that's everything. We'll have a look at it tomorrow and see what it's like. Maybe have a playtest of some of these heroes. I might actually do a quick playtest on some of them now to actually get some damage stats with them, and then tomorrow we can have a look at sort of a more side-by-side approach of what's actually going on. Okay, right. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow morning for a bit of a streaming session, and then we'll get a couple of videos out as well. Thank you very much for your time. If you could leave me a little thumbs up, like and subscribe when you're out the door, be much appreciated. And I'll see you all in a video again soon. Cheers. Goodbye.